What's up guys, Quantrix02 here with another figure review, and today, finally, in the SH Figuarts line, the figure that started it all, finally gets a 2.0 version, and I'm talking about the main man, Piccolo, the proud Namekian, finally returning to the SH Figuarts line. Let's get into it. We take a look at the figure. We're going to take a look at the packaging, and this is your modern day SH Figuarts Dragon Ball packaging, which is mostly white with the main color of the figure that's representing. Since Piccolo is green, we're going to get a lot of green around here. So you got the window here, it says SH Figuarts Piccolo, the proud Namekian. You got the Tamashii Nation sticker right here, the Toei sticker, Dragon Ball Z, another Tamashii Nation sticker, the new blue Bandai sticker right there, a warning label, picture of Piccolo right there, one over at the top, another picture at the bottom, proud Namekian on the side, more pictures of the figure on the side, and then some more stuff here on the side as well. You see some more pictures of the figure, some warning stuff right there, and that is your packaging. But enough about the packaging, let's get into the figure. And here's everything that the figure comes with out of the package. Before we take a look at accessories, let's take a look at the figure itself. And here he is, folks, the character that began the whole DB or Dragon Ball SH Figuarts line. It is Piccolo. And finally, we've been asking for it, we've been clamoring for it, we've been wanting it, and finally Tamashii Nations delivered. And we have ourselves a 2.0 Piccolo, not Demon King Piccolo, Piccolo Jr. And I am excited to have this. I mean, it's been so long since the first ever Piccolo came out, which was the, like I said, was the first ever SH Figuarts Dragon Ball figure ever to be released. It was released in like 2011 or 2012 or something like that, really early on. And we kind of been stuck with that figure. We got the original, which was the manga version, and then we got the color versions that came, I think, in 2013. We got the anime colors. But that figure is so outdated. As much as I like that figure, it's so outdated. And for people who actually own that figure, we all know how loose the joints are and so on and so forth. So it's finally good to have another Piccolo in our collection. So I'm really happy to have this figure. But let's take a look at them. We're going to get a closer look at the aesthetics here. So we're going to start at the head. So let's zoom in on Piccolo here. There it is right there. There is the head sculpt that what doesn't come out of the package. Actually, the one that comes out of the package is the one with the turban, but we're going to start with this one. And honestly, I like this head sculpt. It's not terrible, but I think that it could be better. I like the other two non-turban head sculpts better than this one. I think it really has to do with the eyes looking kind of crossed here. And then for some reason, they decided to add like this red liner on his lips, kind of make it look like lipstick. Not a big fan of that, but it still looks decent though. And then let's turn them around, get your side view. That looks a lot better right there from the side. There's the back, and there you go. Like majority of the figures now in the DB Figuarts line, we don't get to see. They don't really add a lot of paint, so there's no. I don't think there's any paint, or not paint, but I should say shading in this figure at all. It's kind of just flat paints everywhere, and that's about it. This definitely not saying that the figure looks bad with it, or I mean without it, but it would have looked 10 times better if we actually got some shading in this figure. But it is what it is. But we come down to here to the sculpt. There is the torso here. And you see like the muscles from his chest right there, the chest muscles here, and then the cut in the shirt, and then you see nice wrinkles there in the gi. Look at the arms. You got all the details in Piccolo's arms right there from the little pink spots, and then you see even the detail in the green there with how his skin is when it looks on his arms. It's exactly how it looks in the show. So they did a good job there. And then you got this little I'm pretty sure I used to think this was armbands, but I think that's actually a part of his skin. Those little things right there, wristband looking things on his hand. And then you go down, you get to see his sash, which is the blue, which is his colors from the anime. Come down, you get the signature baggy pants, and they look great as well. Definitely use some shading, but it is what it is. Go to the bottom, you can see the detail here in the where the ankle is exposed, so you see the skin tone there, and they did a good job there as well. And then you have his nice you know, Piccolo ones here, I like to call them, and they look good as well, nice and detailed. Even has the detail in the actual shoe. With the bottom, not really going on the bottom. The sculpt is really good. I really like it, but like I said, I keep saying it could have definitely used some paint, but it looks good. So let's move on to articulation. Alright, so Piccolo has the current 2.0 Dragon Ball SH Figuarts articulation scheme, but we're going to go over it anyway. So his head's on a ball peg, so you can spin that 360. Get your little tilt here. You can look up about that much, look down not that much, but as always, you're going to get most articulation at the peg here that's in the base of the neck. So if you use those together, oops, pop his head off, he can look up decently, and he can tuck his head very well, and you can move that around too as you like. So there you go. So there you have that. You go to the shoulders here, you have your hinge here in the shoulder, and you can spin that around 360, and you get your motion here with the double ball peg here in the shoulder. So, and also that nice butterfly joint that comes out really far. That's awesome. So nice, really a very nice butterfly joint. So you can get his hand all the way across his body. That's what I like to see. And then you have your bicep swivel here, 360, double jointed elbows. That does better than Andy. And then you come down to the wrist here, and that's on a peg as well, so you can spin it around, and it hinges up and down right there. And then let's get that back up there. And then you get down to your ab crunch or diaphragm joint, whatever you want to call it, and that moves left and right. It goes back about that much, but obviously you're gonna have a little bit of gap if you throw it all the way back. Go to the front about that much, a little bit of gap in the back. So that's how that looks. Nice. And then you have your swivel here in the waist. Spins like this. You can, obviously, if you want to, you can go 360, but I don't know why you want to do that, but you can. And that moves well. And then you have your modern 2.0 scheme here at the legs. Which go like this, hinge up. They both hinge out about that much, which is good. You almost basically do the splits here. And then put him back. He kicks up about that much. Kicks back that much, which is really good. And of course, you have your swivel here. You can swivel the thigh as much as you want to. So nice thigh swivel there. And then you got your double jointed knee, which just does a little bit better than Andy. But obviously with the baggy pants, you're not going to get them too far, but it works. And then you come down to the ankles, and then you spin, and it pivots. And I gotta show you. I gotta show it to you. You know what I'm about to say. That toe articulation. So there you have it. Your normal 2.0 scheme, but it works very well. So articulation is looking pretty good for this guy. Starting off with the accessories here, I'm going to take a look at the different head sculpts. And Piccolo comes with 5 different choices for head sculpts, and 2 for the turban, and 3 without the turban. And this is the first one without the turban, which is a neutral face, and maybe my least favorite out of all of them. I think that he's kind of like the eyes are really close and kind of makes him look he's kind of cross-eyed a little bit. And then I don't really like the paint on the mouth, but other than that, it looks pretty decent. Just my least favorite out of the 5. And here is my favorite of all the head sculpts, which is this one. This head sculpt is so Dragon Ball. especially original Dragon Ball, early Dragon Ball Z. Piccolo made this face a lot, and I love that the eyes are very expressive. One's big, one's small. He's looking off to the side. It's like he's about to hit a huge attack, maybe the special beam cannon or some kind of blast. And then you get to see the teeth, um, nice and gritted teeth, and you can see the sharp fangs and everything. That looks amazing, and the veins and the head, all of it. This is definitely my favorite out of the 5. This head sculpt is amazing. And here is a yelling expression. I really like this one as well. You get to see Piccolo's blue tongue, and the fangs and everything, the veins in the head, all around great. And here is the first head sculpt with the turban. Just like the other neutral face, I really don't like it. But this one's actually better with the eyes, but still the lipstick or whatever the paint on the lips is kind of throwing me off. But other than that, it looks pretty good. And here's the second turban head sculpt. He's screaming, looking off to the side. Looks pretty good. Alright, I want to make sure I show this before I forget. So the turban is a separate piece. Now you see the peg, or the peg hole right there. And you can change the two between the two head sculpts. So you just take this and you line it up with that little peg right there, and then you just slide her in, and there you go. That's how that works. Piccolo comes with 3 sets of hands and an extra right hand. These are the hands that comes on the actual arms out of the package, which is the fists, and they look good. He comes with a pair of open kind of grabbing hands. Also can be used to do his light grenade attack. And of course you can't have a Dragon Ball figure without some blasting hands. So here's your blasting hands right here, and they look pretty good. He comes with cross arms, which are all molded into one piece, and you legit just take the regular arms off and then you slide these on to the pegs. And this is way easier than the old version. They made the pegs longer, so they won't slip off as easy, as well as the butterfly joint really helps. It helps you get the arms into the pegs. So I'd love that this is no longer really a struggle. It's one thing I hated with the original Piccolo. The arms were really hard to keep on. It seemed like you'll get them up there, and then you shake it a little bit, they will fall off. These are way more. It's way easier to put on, and I really love that. And they also look pretty good. He comes with an alternate left cut off arm, so if you want to reenact the classic scene from the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, when he got his arm chopped off by Radix, you definitely can. Got the blood dripping right there. That looks pretty cool. And even got the guts of the arm right there, you can see, which is nicely detailed. I like that. So you can do a lot of cool stuff with this, man. He has his arm chopped off, and then do another picture with his arm being regenerated. I love this piece. It's really something that this is stuff that I like that they add into these figures, man. Just cool stuff from the show that some people may not be thinking about, but the fact that they added it is really cool. And of course, you can't have a Piccolo figure without a special beam cannon hand, and that looks good as well. Piccolo also comes with his signature cape. But unlike the original SH Figuarts Piccolo, instead of one piece, this comes in 2 different pieces. So you have like the top half here, which is nicely sculpted, looks really, really good. And there may be, I think there is a little slight shading. There is actually slight shading here in the cape, which I'm glad that they kept that. You see a little bit of gray and black in there. So there is a little shading in this. Not on the back though, I think it's all on the front. And same thing for the actual cape here. There's a little bit of shading in the cape, which is good. And this one actually has is it cut into 3 separate pieces. So you have the main piece and these 2 side pieces here. There's a hinge at the top, and you can hinge it up like that and maneuver it. It also swivels. Both sides do that. And then you have this peg here, which pegs in the back. So let's put it on them real quick. So you take this part and you just put it over Piccolo's head, and then you look here, And then, oh, I forgot. I almost made a mistake. This, he has an alternate piece here, so you have to take the back piece off here. I almost forgot. See, so you don't lose this, but you have to take this off. And then you see that peg hole exposed there. So let's put this back on. And then you line the peg here to the back. And it plugs right in. And then the last piece, put the head on. And there you go. Now he's how he is before he goes into battle, wearing this nice cape with his turban. A signature look of Piccolo. But this time here, unlike the other one, you actually can hinge the cape how you want to, so you can do all that. And maneuver the cape how you want to, so you can spin it this way or that way. And I don't know, I like this, but at the same time, I kind of like the solidness of the original. I don't like really the break in sculpt, but it's cool that you have the option. Obviously, you know, plastic capes suck, and if you can get a cloth cape, that'll be best. But this is a cool alternative. I'm just not sure if I'm 100% behind it. I kind of like the solid cape from the original, but this one does its job well too, though. So there you go. Piccolo also comes with these little alternate pieces here. So the white pieces, and you're probably wondering what the heck these two things are. There's two different types of them. But just to make it short, these are used if you want to put Piccolo in the meditation state. So you're going to attach this to the back of the cape and then fold his legs, and he'll be floating in the air. So let's see if we can do that real quick. So I'm going to grab Piccolo here. And then if you look here at the back, you see those two holes, and that's where these two pegs fit into. So let's try to put Piccolo's legs. Let's fold his legs real quick. We're going to fold his legs like so. And it's my first time trying this, so I don't know how it's going to work out. So peg that in. And oh, there you go. It actually worked really well. Now, obviously, I didn't really try, but that's how that goes. And there's two different pieces, so I'm guessing they do two different things. Maybe this one, I don't know. We'll try them out, but look, that's how that looks. Alright, and I just put on the other one. So with this one, you actually can rest the cape down. The other one, I think, is used to kind of, if he's like moving or something, it'll hold the cape up properly. I think that's what that's for. But with this one, you can actually push the cape all the way down against his back, or close to to his back, and that's how that looks. Alright, it's size comparison time. Time to compare Piccolo to other figures from different lines. Here he is beside SH Figuarts Demon King Piccolo and SH Figuarts Ultra Instinct Son Goku. Now, this is a pretty good comparison here. I'm pretty sure a lot of people want to see how he stacks up against the King or his father. And like King Piccolo is like dwarfing him. He's still way taller than Piccolo is. I'm not really sure how accurate that is. But I do like the fact that he's still taller than Goku. I feel like he should be closer to the height of King Piccolo, but you know, it is what it is. Here he is beside Mafek's Hush Batman and the amazing Yamaguchi All Might. Here he is with Star Wars Black Series Obi-Wan Kenobi and Marvel Legends Angry Hugh Jackman. Here he is beside Figma Deku and Mezco 1/12 Gambit. And here is the comparison that I'm pretty sure everybody wanted to see. The comparison between 1.0 Piccolo and 2.0 Piccolo. And I'm happy to say that he is bulkier, bigger, and taller than the original Piccolo. The original Piccolo was undersized. I still believe that this Piccolo should be a little bit bigger. Maybe not as big as the Demon King Piccolo, but still, I feel like he could have been a couple inches taller than this guy. But the fact that he is bigger at all is great, and it just looks a lot better in my opinion. And it just, man, this thing looks so outdated compared to this new one, man. Even without the shading, this thing is just leaps and bounds better than the original in every single way. Even though I like the cape a little bit better on the original, everything else, man, this guy just destroys it in like in every single way. And also, let me not forget to mention his son. I got a little 1.0 Son Gohan right here beside him, and that looks really, really good as well. So there you go. Overall, SH Figuarts, the proud Namekian Piccolo, aka 2.0 Piccolo, is a great figure, another solid offering from the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball line, and it's a figure that a lot of people have been looking forward to. People who missed out on the original Piccolo, or people who, like me, who feel like that Piccolo is way outdated and that we were well due for a brand new Piccolo. And I feel like this guy is exactly what we wanted for real. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's people who may disagree with me, saying that this Piccolo should have been a little bit better. Like, I saw some people complaining about the face, but other than the original face, which isn't even that bad, all the other ones are great. I really don't have that much negative things to say with it. He comes with some cool accessories. Obviously, you get the arm piece, the alternate cut-off arm, the folded arms. You get the pieces to have him levitate in his meditation stance. You get basically 5 different expressions. I would have loved to have the actual meditation as the eyes closed. That's something that I feel like should have been included, especially if they're going to give us this pose. You should have the closed eyes. And maybe a smirking face. Piccolo's always, even when he's confident in his fighting, he's smirking. We didn't get that, so that would have been a cool faceplate to have. But other than that, and the fact that this figure really doesn't have any shading, a lot of the Dragon Ball figures don't nowadays. We do get it in the actual cape and the turban, but everywhere else there's no shading, which is a bummer. But the sculpt is great, and it is, in my opinion, way better than the 1.0 sculpt piece. The 1.0 sculpt was skinny, kind of scrawny. Piccolo was a bulky, big guy, and you get it here. Now, do I feel like he could have been a little bit taller, a little bit closer to the Demon King Piccolo figure with height? Yes, but that's a small nitpick, because like I said when I showed the comparison between the two, he is taller than the first figure, which is something that a big complaint with the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball community. We wanted a bigger, bulkier Piccolo. Well, folks, we got it. This guy is a really good figure. Articulation wise is great. The sculpt is great. And then the accessories are pretty cool. Could he have came with maybe a blast effect? Yeah. And the fact that he doesn't come with a his own Tamashii stand is kind of a bummer. So if this is your first Dragon Ball figure, you can't really even do the levitation pose because he doesn't come with a Tamashii stand. But those are just little small complaints to have. Overall, this guy is a solid figure, and if you are a Dragon Ball Z fan, you know, a huge fan like me, or just kind of a a regular fan, or just a fan of figures, I 100% recommend you get this guy. And right now, he is available at Japanese retailers like AmiAmi, but he will be available probably next month at American toy distributors like Big Bad Toy Store, Amazon, and so on and so forth. You'll be able to find him. I'm pretty sure, I think this Piccolo is a common release. He's not exclusive or anything, so he should be easy to get your hands on him. And I feel like he's exactly what the doctor ordered, man. This is a really, really good figure, and he gets 2 certified Quantrics, or 2 thumbs up. And like I said, guys, please, and if you like this video, please smash that like button. If you're not already, please subscribe to the channel for more figure reviews. And also, don't forget to hit that bell icon so you get notified every time I put up a new review. And I will see you guys in the next one. Stay gold, everybody. Peace.